If you're like most people, you're ready for this year to be over. We're now the day after Christmas. Holidays in full swing. Got another week and it'll be a whole new year. It'll be 2021. I think everybody's looking forward to 2021. Everybody's looking forward to this year being behind us, this year being in the past. Question I have for you today: have you spent this year being a victim, or have you taken the stance to be a victor in 2020? Take some time over the next week, holiday week, and think back over the year. You probably say, Mark, I don't even want to think about this year at all. I don't even have a thought about it. But think back over the year. What's happened in your life, the opportunities that have been taken away from you, or the opportunities that have been presented to you. And instead of thinking about and talking with other people about how ready you are to just do away with 2020, how you're ready to just throw it all away. It's a throwaway year. It's a year to put in the past. Instead of doing that, and instead of saying, I can't wait to start the new year, I want you to stop and look for the lessons that you've learned during the year, the lessons that have been presented to you. I could come up with a long list of lessons. Some of them aren't good lessons. I mean, when you have people dividing us up into essential and non-essential, that's horrible. Everybody is essential. Saying other people's jobs aren't essential is crazy, because our whole communities and societies revolve around all the businesses and all the jobs we have. And if my neighbor doesn't have a job, then they can't go shopping at my local store that's going to go out of business because they don't have anybody to come shop. So everybody's essential. So, I think that lesson taught us that we can't divide people, and we shouldn't let others divide us, label us. But what lessons did you learn? There's lots of lessons. Businesses have found out that they can do business in a totally different way and survive in ways that they never even considered before, because they didn't have to. But now they have to. And so they found out that they can be very resilient. And when push comes to shove, when rubber meets the road, whatever analogy you want to use, businesses find out that they can do some pretty amazing things. The Ford Motor Company, who makes cars, started making ventilators. That's a huge business, and they have lots of resources. But the guy who made pants started making face masks and gowns, because that's what was needed in the country. Nobody was buying pants because all the stores were closed. But we needed face masks and gowns, and he had seamstresses and sewing machines and material, and he started doing that. He took the resources that he had and the capabilities that he had and created something new. That's the beauty of 2020. If you have just spent 2020 in your house, on your couch, watching Netflix, man, you lost it. You lost out for 2020. Because the lessons 2020 had for you, you didn't pay attention to. So take some time and look at the lessons that this year has taught you. Look at the growth that you've had. Hopefully you have grown this year. Hopefully you have had an opportunity to figure out that you can do some amazing things. Maybe you lost your job and you're wondering what you're going to do. Maybe you were wanting to change jobs anyway, and now you got a chance. Whatever it is for you. If you don't go back and look at 2020 and look at the lessons that you've learned, or the lessons that were presented to you, hopefully you learned them. And hopefully you found ways to grow personally, grow your business in new ways that you never thought possible before. If you don't do that, 2021 is going to be the same. You're going to look at 2021 as another throwaway year because the coronavirus doesn't end at midnight next Friday night. It'll still be here. We'll still have governors who shut down businesses. We'll still have mayors who want to put people in prison, whatever. We'll still have businesses that struggle. And because of that, if you haven't learned lessons from 2021 and you haven't grown your business or grown yourself personally in 2020, you're going to look at 2021 as nothing different. You're going to go, oh, it's a whole new year, but nothing's changed. You know what's not changed? You. Everything around you has changed. If you haven't changed how you're going to deal with your life and the lessons that have been presented to you in this last year, I feel sorry for you. Because if that's the way you live, every year will feel like it's an attack on you and on your business. But you know what? 2020 is almost over. You made it through. If you can't find anything else that's good about 2020, just look at it that way. You made it through the year. You're still here. It may be rough. You may be in a bad spot. But you made it. So look at yourself as a victor in this pandemic year. You made it to the end. Today's a new day. Tomorrow's another day. 1 week from today is a whole new year. Hopefully we'll all get up for the next 7 days, if God blesses us with another day, and we can say, I made it through the year. I'm going to claim that victory. And I look forward to 2021. Be a victor. Don't be a victim. People who claim to be victims are victims of things that they can't control. Even if everything goes to pot and it's a mess and everything seems to be doom and gloom, that's because you're focusing on what you cannot control. The way to be a victor is to focus on what you can control. And the things that you can control, what you think about it up here, what you think about in your head, the visions that you have for your life, the dreams and goals that you have, the activities that you put in every single day to achieve them. That's how you become a victor. Not from the external circumstances of what happens, businesses shut down, all that stuff. That's focusing on the external. You need to focus on the internal. You need to be growing yourself, developing yourself, and pursuing the goals that you have for you that you can control. And stop working on goals that other people have that they control. Starting next month, I'm running another group, the Power to Prosper group. Going to teach you how to take that vision that you have for your life. Help you believe that you can have it, that it's something that you can accomplish in your life. Teach you how to set goals that you can actually achieve, not New Year's resolutions, but actual goals that you can achieve. And help you develop a plan in order to get them, to accomplish them. And if that's something that you think you want to pursue this year to make 2021 the best year you've ever had, start the year off right. The group will run 6 to 8 weeks. Small group. If you're sick and tired of where 2020 left you and you want 2021 to be a better year, a year that you can be in charge of, then you need to think about being part of Power to Prosper. I'll post a link to it in the comments down here below. But if you're interested, if you want to talk about Power to Prosper, private message me. Send me a message. and say, hey, I want to talk about that Power to Prosper thing because I think I'm ready. I think I'm sick and tired of the life that I've had this year, and I don't want to go back and have to deal with that again. I want to be in control. I want to be in charge. I want to be a victor of my life, not a victim of my circumstances. That's what Power to Prosper is for. Send me a message, say, hey, let's talk, and we'll talk about it and see if it's right for you and get you in Power to Prosper so that you can make 2021 the best year you've ever had. I'm Mark Schinner with your Saturday Survival. Be a victor. Don't be a victim of things that you can't control. Have a great day. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.